Hey there, I'm Shawn Mynar, and this is Unstuck Entrepreneur. I'm a former nutritionist who turned a struggling, stressful nutrition practice into a thriving, freedom-filled online business where I work from home in my sweatpants while reaching and helping thousands of people all at the same time. Now I'm obsessed with showing other heart-centered coaches, practitioners, and solopreneurs how to build a business and life they love. Consider this podcast your safe space to learn both the inner work and practical strategies required to build the impactful, profitable business of your dreams. No hustle, grind, or long hours required. That's right, hustle culture, not welcome here. Let's get into today's session. Hey there friends, Shawn here, and in the next few episodes of Unstuck Entrepreneur, we're going to mix things up and do something different. I have a 5-day client attraction challenge that I want you to be a part of. I really want you to go through 5 days of transformation in your business that will make it easier and more fun and more accessible for you to attract the right clients to your work. This is a challenge I hosted live probably over a year ago now. It was so fun. It was a massive success, and I now want to share it on the podcast as well. Now, to be a part of this challenge, there's some work involved. You can't just listen to the episodes. I mean, you can, and you will get some really great information and some things to consider in your business, but there is also real work to do, and that is going to come via email. So head over to shawnmynar.com/attraction sometime today. You can still listen to this episode, that's fine, but make sure you get registered for the full challenge, which includes the work you will receive in the emails. So shawnmynar.com/attraction, head over there, get signed up, and that will ensure you get the emails as well that correspond with these 5 episodes. There are 5 days, 5 action steps to take, and they will come out every other day. So be sure you listen to all 5 of these episodes in order. So if you're in the middle of the 5 and you haven't listened to the challenge from the beginning, go back and find that first day and start from the beginning. So again, Client Attraction Challenge for the next 5 episodes. They're going to be coming out every other day if you're listening to them as they air, or just make sure you listen to all 5. You will also have emails that correspond to this challenge that come along with some action steps and some real things to do in your business. So be sure to get those as well. shawnmynar.com/attraction to get those. Also, just a side note, there is some mention of a private Facebook group. That's from when I did this live over a year ago. That Facebook group doesn't exist anymore, so don't worry about that part. But everything else will be so helpful for you in your business and really attracting the right people to your work. All right, let's find out today's challenge. Here we go, day 3 of the Client Attraction Challenge. And let me just say really quickly how proud I am of you already. It's been 3 days, and to be honest, a lot of people stop doing this work before the 3rd day, believe it or not. So the fact that you are still here, you're still committed, you're still doing this, you're still learning these things and applying them to your business, well, hey, just you doing that right there already shows me that your success is on its way to you. Because that's really what it takes, is the desire and the commitment to show up and do it long after many people stop. Today happens to be one of my very favorite things to talk about. One aspect of the Unstuck Entrepreneur that we spend an entire week doing and beyond, because it is so important and it actually takes a lot more work to do than you would expect. And that is to really get super clear and specific with who you help and how you help them. And this is something that a lot of people have a hard time doing, at least to the degree that is required to actually attract those people into your work. So it's not enough to just say, well, I work with women, or I work with women over 40, or I work with people who need help with anxiety, or I do gut health issues. That's not enough. That doesn't set you apart enough. And this is the mistake I see so often in every regard, in every industry, but especially in the wellness industry. Because you know what? It is hard to not try to help everybody, because we really can help everybody. And we know, being in the wellness space, there's a lot of people that need our help in all areas, all age ranges, all genders, with all different types of symptoms. And so when we have this ability to help a bunch of people, and there's a bunch of people that need our help, it can be a little tricky to want to narrow it down as much as we need to. But this is really where we have to come to terms with the fact that when we try to help everybody, we end up helping nobody. Because people want to work with someone and will be attracted to the work of someone who truly understands and gets them, who can use their exact words, which we'll talk about tomorrow in tomorrow's challenge, to describe what they're going through. That is the person that will say, here's my money, take my money, I just need you in my life. It's not the people that stay super general, knowing they can help everybody, wanting to help everybody, no matter how good the intentions there are. Those are the entrepreneurs who continue to struggle to attract the right people into their work because they're stuck trying to please everyone. And in that process, nothing lands, nothing sticks, nothing really speaks to anyone. So if you're someone who, for example, I see this all the time in my specific profession, which is as a nutritional therapy practitioner, I see people who on their website say, I help people with adrenal fatigue and gut imbalances and hormone imbalances and hydration issues and migraines, just this list so long of all the things that they can help. And so if I'm someone who comes to find out they have adrenal issues and I start Googling practitioners that help with adrenal issues, and maybe I do come across this website, but then I see that they work with 15 other kinds of symptoms, am I going to really trust that they truly understand what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing, what I need help with, how they can help me? Can they put me on a clear path? Do I really get that sense from someone who sometimes posts about adrenal fatigue on their Instagram and other times posts about having gut imbalances and then other times is talking about menopause? Or would I trust the person who only talks about adrenal issues, has tons of blog posts about adrenal health, has specific supplements they recommend for adrenal health, has their own story of adrenal issues? Which one would I go with? So we have to put ourselves into the role of client for a second and think about our own experience. What would we want? How would we make the decision of who to work with? So once we can understand that, then we have a lot of power here, because then we get to decide who we help and how we help them. And I like to take it a step further. Some people talk about this in terms of niching down or finding your niche in your business. I like to take it one step further and call it your dream client, which is the words I've been using in this entire challenge, because then it combines this very specific person that you work with the person that you want to work with with the person or client that would light you up. So what could you talk about all day? And it would just be so exciting and you just can't get enough. Who do you love to help? What inspires you? What invigorates you when you get to help someone with a certain thing? So it's not just about the client. It's also about you and how you want to spend your time. Because a lot of times when we decide we need to niche down, we start looking at, well, who have I helped in the past? Who seems to be coming to me most often anyway? What have I gone through that would probably help with other people? But you know what? Maybe what you've been through isn't something you want to talk about all day. Maybe it just keeps bringing it up when you've gotten beyond it. So maybe you don't like talking about that. Maybe that doesn't light you up any longer. So we have to combine both who we want to work with who needs our help and how can we help them. So that is the goal for today, is to find that crystal clear clarity. I want you to take a moment, take some time today, probably about 15-ish minutes, maybe a little longer, to figure out who specifically do you help and how specifically do you help them. So once we've figured that out, now I want you to take these people on a journey with you. So where are they starting? When they come to you as a client, where are they probably starting? What's their starting point? What are they experiencing? What are their symptoms? What are they not experiencing because of these symptoms? What do they want? And be sure to write all this down in their words. So again, put yourself in the role of your client and use the words that they would use when they are describing their point A with you, the practitioner. What words are they using? So that's point A. And then we want to take them on a journey to point B. So where do they want to go? How would they describe it when they got to their desired place, their desired destination, in their words? What symptoms are relieved? How do they feel? What do they get to do now? What's no longer an issue for them? And that is point B. And then now, how will you get them from point A to point B? Knowing that you are their guide on this journey, what will you do for them? Knowing they're starting at point A, knowing they want to get to point B, how will you help get them there? What tools will you use? What protocol will you give them? What advice will you have for them? All the things, as much as you can think of. Brainstorm on that. Tomorrow, we're going to take this one step further to create your magnetic messaging. So it is extremely important that you do this work today. I don't want you to spend hours on it by any means, but definitely take some quiet time, use your self-care space to do this and to brainstorm on this and to really understand the words they're using, because it will help you a lot with tomorrow's challenge. Okay? And with that being said, I will leave you to it and I will chat with you tomorrow.